chugging along. You've got a few of the girls away, Ree and Tam. So yeah, it's great to be here and really looking forward to it. I saw the Tigers play when they played up at the Lavington Sports Ground. It was a really good game up there. They probably should have won on that occasion. So I think they'll start a slight favourite against Myrtleford today, but really looking forward to it. And yeah, great to work alongside you, Hannah.
Thanks, Robbie. I think Ree's in Bali this week, so I'm very jealous of what the weather's looking like over there. It's another a bit of a gloomy day, but the sunshine's finally come out. We seem to time it perfectly every week, that it starts off a bit foggy and then by midday, sunshine.
We'll take that, and and I'm sure Ree was going for a walk this morning and was tuning in from Bali to the all-rounders, so I did get a little bit of feedback. And so I'm going to have to be on my best behaviour, and I'm sure she'll be critiquing my performance. So hopefully it's up to standard, but I'm looking forward to it. I think, speaking of standard, we will get a really good game. Myrtleford, it's almost their last roll of the dice to play finals. Yeah, you're exactly right, Robbie.
But before we go any further into this game, I'd like to begin today by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we broadcast from today, the Wiradjuri people, and pay my respects to their elders past, present and emerging, and extend this respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here today. So, Robbie, we spoke about the last roll of the dice for Myrtleford. Let's take a look at the ladder so far. Corowa just can't be beaten.
Yeah, it's incredible, isn't it? Liv Sinclair obviously had that bad Achilles injury down at Marupna in the league game, and I think a lot of us thought, the first thing you think of, this is going to be such an impact on the Roos in the netball and club sport. But since then, they really haven't missed a beat. They've made some changes, and they've just gone on their merry way, still unbeaten, 12 in a row. So they can't do any more than that, and they look very impressive.
They're going to be really hard to beat, and especially, huge credit to Georgie Bruce, the coach. She's been able to bring on a number of, replacement players for Liv, and even, Tony Lind was away on the weekend, and they just managed to pull something out every week and just pull out a really great 60 minutes.
Yeah, and I think that's a part of the success of the whole club at the moment is the amount of depth they've got through all the grades, and it does create a little bit of opportunity too. And a bit of a shout out too to Georgie. She copped a nasty injury a couple of weeks ago from an accidental sort of a backhander. So I hope she's getting over that okay. It's a bit of a setback, but they bred them tough down there at John Ford Oval, so they're doing really well. And I think obviously once finals comes, that's when the pressure does go up a little bit more. But they've shown so far that they haven't put a foot wrong, and they deserve to be a favourite.
Oh, absolutely. And then, of course, today, Albury sitting in 5th position. They really need to keep winning to maintain that position. They're on 24 points, but trailing just right behind them are the Raiders, North, and then Myrtleford on the 16 points. So for them to kind of drop a few games would be really detrimental. But then conversely for Myrtleford, this game in particular is just so integral.
Yeah, and look, Albury made such a big statement last week when they were able to defeat North Albury. They were 2 points behind going into that game. They're now 2 points clear. And I think that victory, it was almost an 8-point game. And I think that might come back to really bite North Albury. I suppose Albury, the other thing they're looking at, they're only one game and a bit of percentage behind Wangaratta, who in 4th place. So I think if Albury's target was to try to get to 4th, that'll ensure that they do play finals. Yes, Myrtleford, they have lost a couple of close games, but they've also won a few close ones. Their best netball, which we saw at Button Park in that last quarter, that's one of the best games you could want to watch. If they can bring that today, I think they need to start well, Hannah. They cannot afford to try to be coming from behind like they did that day. So I think we'll see the Saints. It's almost last roll of the dice, so we should see a big effort.
Absolutely, and of course, unfortunately for two teams, statistically, finals is completely out of the picture, and that's the Wang Rovers and Wodonga. And Robbie, you were telling me earlier on that you have a pretty sad statistic, but an interesting one despite that.
It was. I got talking to one of the Wodonga girls, Lyndell Hildebrand, earlier, probably about a month ago, and I was sort of saying, when was the last time you had a win? And she said, it's been a while. So did some stats during the week. And actually, you've got to go back to round 9, 2019. So that actually equates to 34 matches and 1,134 days from today since they've had their last win. So I really hope that doesn't extend in too much longer. So they've got a couple of opportunities coming up. I don't think today will be it against Lavington, but I guess probably when they get an opportunity, they do play Myrtleford again. And I think that's when that might come up. So,
okay.
Yeah, but it's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, and as well when you think about just how close they've gotten and how much they're improving, and you know, they're really getting close to that first win. But as well, you know, we obviously take out 2021 and 2020, so that days since they've last won just makes it all that.
It sort of puts
harder.
mayo on the stat.
Yeah,
It's good. It's good for my stat, but I guess the reality is that it's 34 games, so you know, and I think what in their favour though, Hannah, what they're doing well, you know, young shooter like Cassie Murphy, she's doing really well. They've just got to keep a few of those kids there. All of a sudden, you know, they get into their late teens, into the 20s, and they become a good side again. They've got a great history, the Wodonga Bulldogs netball, and I'm sure their turn will come again. They just got a bit like North Albury in the football. They've got to keep their list together, keep buying experience, because you just can't get it like that. And their day will come, I'm sure.
No, and that's one of the reasons why, you know, those teams like Corowa, Lavi and the Pigeons are just so good, is because they have those years of experience that, you know, if something goes wrong, they can just turn to, you know, they've done it before, they can do it again. Whereas with a young team, it's a lot harder to kind of pull that out of nowhere. Yeah,
and I think, Hannah, if you look at a side like Yarrawonga, who I think are really going to be well and truly still in the race, but I don't think they've had their full side in just yet. So what they have been able to do is introduce a lot of younger players into the side. We've seen the two young Kennedy girls come in. Last week, I think it was Myla Kennedy at age 13 plays the first game. So in a funny way, they've almost had that opportunity they didn't expect to trial some of these younger players, see how they go at the top level. Because when it comes to finals, they're making that decision who's going to play and who might come on as a bench. Well, they're getting a lot of history and evidence already they're seeing through the home and away.
Definitely. And the next 5 games for Myrtleford are within their reach completely.
Okay.
So it's Wang Rovers, Wang Magpies, Wodonga Raiders, and then Corowa. Corowa obviously will be the toughest one. And then you compare that to Albury's next 5, which is the Magpies, Raiders, Lavington, Yarrawonga, and then the Rovers. So Albury probably have the slightly more difficult run just with the Lavington and Yarrawonga. But both teams, it's capable for both of them.
So that's right. So that just today is today, isn't it? A win today over the Tigers, now 1 game behind them, and then they go into that final 5 games that you've just laid out there, where they actually become a chance. They lose today, and it's just not possible because we've still got Wodonga Raiders in there, who sometimes we tend to forget about, but we have seen their best this year has been worthy of playing finals.
Completely. And of course, let's take a look at our Insight Injury Clinic team cards. So for both sides, they're pulling out a pretty stock standard 7, a really strong 7 though. The Tigers, coached by Sky Hillier, starting with Sarah Jones in goalkeeper, Karina Cameron in goal defence, Heidi Fisher wing defence, Kristen Andrew in centre, with Emily Rod wing attack, Sky Hillier in goal attack, and Alison Miani in goal shooter. And Sky has worked really hard this season to find that starting 7. You know, the first few games, it wasn't working and it wasn't clicking. But once she found this 7 that we'll see today, it's just really gelled for the Tigers.
So, Hannah, from what you've seen, do you think that is possibly the Tigers' top 7? If they're in the perfect world, they've got that out on court today.
Oh, look, it couldn't be a top 7 only because Sarah Mellington's out.
Yeah, of course. Yep.
And we know that's because of her basketball commitments. Obviously, the Bandits playing tonight. You'd have to include her in that 7. But at the same time, Karina Cameron, who's come in sort of in Mellington's role, has just done a brilliant job. And she's also one of those players that the opposition probably haven't studied her as much. You know, we kind of know more what to expect with Mellington, whereas Cameron comes out just this raw talent and you kind of don't know what she's going to bring out there.
That's a really good point. So, but looking at that, so obviously with Sarah Mellington out, due to, as you said, due to basketball commitments, that's a pretty good side they've got on court there. And the Myrtleford side, and that's pretty much the team that was part of that great win against North Albury a couple of weeks ago. Tina Way, the coach, I think she's done a great job with them. There's been, throughout the year, that just when you think they've done for the year, they bob up and they get that win. And it's typical of that fighting spirit they've got. Beck Piazza obviously can play either end of the court, but I do like seeing her in that goal shooter. I think that's, if Myrtleford to win games, I think they need her there. And her and Sally Botter just seem to have that really good sort of relationship up there. So, yeah, that's going to be a real. For me, that's a highlight of the day. Botter and Piazza up against Sarah Jones and Karina Cameron, the defenders for the Tigers.
Yeah, and the Saints have come such a long way in terms of just their key players stepping up. Sage Bros in wing attack and Ellie Cooper in centre, who, she's been a star player throughout the entire season. But what's improved with her as much as the way she's gelled with her team. And then Tina Way and Amber Quirk, Tina had a ripper game against North Albury and was just integral in that win. It was probably one of the best games that we've called all season, I think. Just nail-biter to the end, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see something really similar today.
You've had a good run with close games.
We have.
It's incredible. Like last time I was with you, we were up at Lavington and the Tigers lost by a goal, and that one just seesawed right throughout. And I just get a funny feeling that this one today could be very similar. There's something about Myrtleford today. They've come here and it's the same as their footy. The whole lot of the town have moved down here today. It's a big day here in Albury for whether it's football or netball. And the netball A grade get the chance to show their hand here. So, I don't know. I think if I'm going to tip someone, I'll go with the home side, the Tigers, probably by around about 2 or 3 goals. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Saints are right in it. They must start well.
Look, I'm going to tip the Saints for today, and I think it'll be a repeat of the North Albury battle in that they'll get a 1 goal.
Hope so.
Win. I think if they're going to win, it's going to be by the narrowest of margins. But, you know, the Tigers are always ready to go.
They are indeed. It's a part of the tradition here. So both sides have had their last messages from the coaches and a bit of a G-up. So we're expecting a great contest here. It's fantastic. For Cavalier Homes, we'll have first quarter action. And, of course, O&M Live Netball for McRae Motors.
So Chris and Andrew from the Albury Tigers takes this first centre pass here at the Albury Sports Ground. She's facing against Ellie Cooper. And the Tigers move fast. Quick in that transition down to Miani, who goes straight to the post. So the Albury Tigers put the first goal on the scoreboard for 777 Automotive.
Yeah, nice start. Just sort of mistake-free. Passing was good. And, Miani, of course, is an absolute star up forward.
So Bros just working it around to Botter. And just slippery hands in there to the pass to Piazza. Unusual from her. So the Tigers get the ball again.
Good intercept. So Jones's pass just getting knocked out over the line. So they'll set it up again. Sarah Jones was... Heidi Fisher's had an outstanding season. And they go forward again.
And Tina Way already getting a hand on the action here in the first quarter for Cavalier Homes.
Yeah, very, very competitive. And nice little bit of band there. It's Alison Miani, of course, already just with that first goal.
So Sky Hillier takes the throw in for the Tigers. Goes to the hands of Rod, who's fit really nicely into that wing attack position since the start of the season. Began as a wing attack, but the ball's been turned over for Myrtleford here. And Heidi Fisher gets a hand to it, pulls it back for the Tigers.
Yeah, undid good work at Capillari there, and then Fisher a return serve. And the Saints recuperate a chance to go forward again.
So a contact call against Fisher. In the centre third, Tina Way for the Myrtleford Saints to take the ball. And a lot of fumbling so far, Robbie. Not the cleanest of start for either side.
Yeah, I agree. There's a chance here for the Tigers who Miani now should make it 3-0, and that's exactly what it is on the 777 automated scoreboard. So a really good start here for the Tigers. As Hannah said, a very nervous start by the Saints.
And Hillier just fires into Miani, a bullet pass, who slots another one in for the Tigers, brings them to 3-0 on the 777 automotive scoreboard.
Yeah, they are on fire at the moment, so the ball really has hardly gone forward. The chance here for the Saints, they need to get one early. Another very good intercept.
Karina Cameron just came out hunting, sets the tone early on in this game that the Tigers are willing to just take risks. So Rod feeds over to Miani. Under the post. And a miss from her, but great teamwork between Hillier and Miani as Hillier takes the rebound, but can't finish it off.
Yeah, a couple of good chances there by the Tigers missed from Hillier and Miani. So 3-0. Cavalier Homes, we're doing all the action here in the first quarter.
So Capillari tries to go to Quirk, but big hands from one of the smallest players on court, Rod.
Very good intercept, and Miani should be able to put this away, and misses again. So that's 3 in a row the Tigers have missed. Cooper gets it to Bros, and the Saints, they just got to string a few passes together here. They need to get on the board. I'll get another chance here.
Karina Cameron from the Tigers, she's out of play, so should make it easier for the Saints, and it does. And Beck Piazza puts the first point on the scoreboard for the Myrtleford Saints, the 777 Automotive scoreboard.
If that was a deliberate tap by Botter, that was absolutely brilliant. That was a player of the day contenders, the 3D Lanes highlight of the day for mine already. There's a chance here for Hillier. No, all flows to Miani, and she, on this occasion, puts it away. So it's 4-1 on the 777 Automotive scoreboard in favour of the Tigers.
Piazza out of the circle, goes to Cooper, who dribbles the ball, but
interesting.
Found the hands of Karina Cameron again. She's such a go-getter. She'll chase any ball.
Gee, good long ball there from Jones, and they are away again. Rod back to Miani, back to Rod, and over the top to Miani, and there'll be a chance here for Miani to put it away. So take the lead up to 6-1. And that's on the 777 Automotive scoreboard. We're doing all the action here for Cavalier Homes. Here's Hannah Davies.
And a beautiful pass from Hillier into Miani again. That connection just on song today as Miani brings the home side to 7.
I think it's 7, yes. The scoreboard's even having trouble keeping up here at the moment with the Tigers. And we've only gone 10 minutes, so 5 minutes, sorry, on the Jacob Toyota used car time clock.
So Cooper for the Saints goes over to Bros and tries to hit Piazza, but it goes too far, falls into the hands of Kristen Andrew for the Tigers. So they'll transition again. But
a guilty look, wasn't it?
Another missed pass. So the Saints getting a lot of opportunity at goal, but just struggling when it hits that circle.
Tina Way brings it into Rod, and Capillari gets it forward. The Tigers' defence has been outstanding, so there's just no way through there at the moment.
Heidi Fisher out of play. And they find Piazza. Cooper goes again. Mid-range shot here. They need this goal. And it's a miss, but Jones out of play. So Piazza will have another shot, and she'll take it this time. So puts the visitors at 2 now. 6-2 on the 777 Automotive scoreboard here at the Albury Sports Ground.
Yeah, sort of still haven't synced anything up yet, have they? The Saints, they've really had to work hard for those 2 goals. Whereas the Tigers, we just see another example of it here as Miani misses an opportunity. They've certainly been a lot smoother transitioning the ball.
And unfortunate there. It's been, I think, a replay there from the Saints as they tried to get that rebound off a miss from Miani. Hillier goes again. So just a really confident start from the Tigers. Just looking like, if dare I say, they want it more.
Yeah, they've been very smooth. They've good first quarter starters. And again, Jones, another great pass to Hillier through that middle part of the court.
Definite 3D lanes highlight of the day there, out of nowhere. And a quick transition straight into Hillier, who sinks another one for the Tigers, puts them at 8-2 on the 777 Automotive scoreboard with about 8 minutes to play on the Jacob Toyota used cars time clock.
Yeah, Hillier's really found her range nicely. It's getting good confidence early.
Smart play from Hillier, goes to
brilliant.
Rod and thread the needle into Miani. Oh, that play has to be a 3D lanes highlight of the day.
Mark it down for sure. So on the 777 Automotive scoreboard, it's up to 9-2 now in favour of the Tigers. And the Saints are under the pump early doors.
Saints just struggling to find Piazza in the circle there. Has to be credit to Sarah Jones, who is shutting down a incredible player there in Piazza.
She's outstanding. So they even found an opportunity there for another mistake there by the Saints in attack. And Jones is passing. On this occasion, it's gone a little bit far, and it's almost hit Travis Cartwright, our cameraman, fair in the scone. And it's a fairly big scone too.
He's laughing, I swear.
He gets that with me, Trav. Good Carlton man. And the Saints are going forward. They need a goal here. We've gone 7 minutes. 7 minutes to go. And a chance for Piazza to get one back. Not a problem. So 9-3 on the 777 Automotive scoreboard. And on that time clock for Jacob Toyota, we've got about 6.5 minutes left to play.
Andrews, top of the circle, goes to Miani, who's happy to work it round. A brilliant roll there, just all class from the Tigers goal shooter, and finishes it off beautifully. Puts the Albury Tigers 11-3 on the 777 Automotive scoreboard.
Yeah, such a good, they're in sync, those two shooters. And the Saints, they're trailing 10-3, and it's a very erratic pass there as well too, so it goes way out of court. And Sarah Jones, who has been outstanding, passes it off to Fisher. Fisher got it back to Jones. And the Tigers looking good, Hannah.
So the Saints attempting some sort of zone defence, but
look at this.
It's just giving the Tigers all the space in the world. The pass to Miani.
How good was that? That was Dennis Cometti. It's a centimetre perfect, and it's exactly what it was. A 3D lanes highlight of the day. Lead is out to 11-3.
Tina Way though with the intercept for the Saints. They need to bring any sort of momentum back before quarter time. The distance looking too great already in this first quarter for Cavalier Homes.
Yeah, the defence has been outstanding. Piazza working hard there. Bros got a chance. No, so 11-3 down. They'll take it outside, and Heidi Fisher, just Johnny on the spot there, taps it out of play. And the Saints will have to reset with just over 5 minutes to play on the Jacob Toyota used car time clock.
So just struggling with every pass. The Tigers just putting a hand to every ball. They are getting called out a little bit though, so probably need to clean it up the tiniest of bits, but it's definitely putting the pressure on the Saints, so it's doing the job. Piazza tries to keep it in, but she can't, so the Tigers sweep up another one.
Oh,
tries for the trick shot again.
I think it's just an indication of how good this defence is at the moment, Hannah. We've got just over 4.5 minutes to play and only 3 goals scored by the Saints so far. They just missed intercept there. Hillier's passes. Oh, a bit of physicality there from Sky Hillier. Said, who, me? Yes, you. And Hillier will have a chance again. She'll go over the top to Miani. So Miani says, we'll have the shot. And Willix misses again. So, but she'll have a chance to make amends, and she doesn't miss too many in a row, and it takes the lead out to 12-3 in favour of the Tigers. That's on the 777 Automotive scoreboard. And on the Jacob Toyota used car time clock, Hannah, we've got 4 minutes to play.
And 4 minutes that the Saints will need to use really wisely. They've got possession now with Sally Botter. Again, just Tigers' hands getting a touch on every ball in the circle. Piazza manages to find the ball. Mid-range shot here. And a miss. This goal integral to keep them on track, and she does it. Rebecca Piazza puts the Saints to 4. Still trailing, though, to the Albury Tigers 12 on the 777 Automotive scoreboard. Yeah,
they've just been manic in defence, haven't they, as Rod gets the ball into Hillier, and Hillier will knocked out of the hand, so it's gone against her. So disappointed was Hillier, but got on with it. And it's Quirk, gets the ball to midfield. And now everything is under pressure here for the Saints. Now they get a chance to go quickly forward, but Heidi Fisher was there. There was a interference early up the ground. Short, Andrews was good. Got it to Miani now. And Miani now with 3 minutes to go. Misses a short one there. There's an interference, so she'll go again. So to extend the lead out to 13-4, the Tigers lead on the 777 Automotive scoreboard. For Cavalier Homes, it's been a dominating quarter, Hannah.
Oh, it absolutely has. The Tigers just pulling out all the stops. You can just see the intensity in their play. And as well, you know, they've got that ladder comfort a little bit. You know, They are sitting in the 5th position, and 4th is within comfort. So they're wanting to build to that 4th, and you can see it right here on court. Yeah,
and I think a couple of weeks' time, Wangaratta will come up here and we'll see that game. But Sarah Jones just outstanding in defence. And Fisher, well, she's in great run of form at the moment as well. So they're a very good side at the moment, the Tigers. They're in form, they're playing with confidence.
And there's Fisher just providing that extra play for the Tigers. Doesn't pull off this time. The ball goes out in the hands of Rod. So the Saints, they have another opportunity here, but it's looking rushed.
Yeah, that's been a part of it, hasn't it? The reason has been so much pressure all through the court, particularly when it's from this transition from once they get into that forward part of the court, the Saints, fact, it's taken too long, and well played, Tigers. Jones again, and they are just, at the moment, that defence is impregnable.
So Jones goes to Cameron. And the Tigers, just every time they take the ball, there isn't a player on them. They're playing with incredible freedom. They go long to Andrew, who can't keep the ball in. So Amber Quirk for the Saints goes to Tina Way, captain coach.
They need a late one here, Hannah, about a minute on the clock. They trail 13-4.
And Botta pops out. And
oh, look at that. Outstanding defensive work there from Karina Cameron.
So a throw in for the Saints goes to Cooper and into Piazza. So that is already looking so much better. And Piazza finishes it off for the visitors. So Albury Tigers 13, leading the Saints to 5 on the 777 automotive scoreboard with just 30 seconds left on the Jacob Twitter used cars time clock. The Tigers looking to hit a few more on the board potentially before time goes up.
Well, they get a late one there, the Tigers, through Miani. So about 15 seconds to go. They extend that lead out to 13-5. It's been a dominating quarter from the Tigers for Cavalier Holmes. Great to have them on board. And our chance, siren sounds, and it's 14-5, quarter time action.
So we'll be back after the break, and this is O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan Intelligent Mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
From entertainment to news and subscriptions in between. Manage select subscriptions in one place with Optus SubHub. Streamline your paid subscriptions and save up to 10%. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care. I love it.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where there's industry qualified trainers. Go where students come first. Go for the community. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan Intelligent Mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Polton. So join us, Kylie and Kev for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE.
Welcome back to O&M Live Netball from Macrae Motors. We've just begun the second quarter between the Albury Tigers and the Myrtleford Saints, where the Tigers had a dominating first half.
Yeah, and already they've got their second goal of the quarter. So that lead now has extended out to 16-5, and that's on the Cavalier home scoreboard. This second quarter we're doing for 777 Automotive.
Doesn't look like either team have made changes yet, particularly for the Tigers. Why would you want to? I mean, what a particularly defensive start for them.
Yeah, their defensive work in that first quarter, Hannah, was as good as we've seen all season. And if they bring that type of defence, any side, you challenge any side to score freely against that. They are in a really good shape here at the Tigers at the moment. They add another goal through Sky Hillier. So lead is up to 17-5 on the Cavalier home scoreboard.
Cooper goes to Bros. And Cooper's fired up. You just know that she will just be disappointed with this deficit they're suffering, and that doesn't help. It's a held ball there, so Sarah Jones from the Tigers takes another one.
There's not only pressure, there's actually perceived pressure there, Hannah, that you could see that was a great example there of the Saints just holding on that ball a little bit too long as Miani gets another opportunity. And she's missed on that occasion, so Quirk defended well, but Miani will clean up on the second attempt. 18-5. 777 Automotive action here in the second quarter on the Cavalier home scoreboard.
And Rod moves down with Hillier. And just a little bounce pass to Hillier again. The step in and bounce pass. Very classy from the captain coach, and Miani finishes it off for the Tigers, puts them to 19-5 on the Cavalier home scoreboard.
Gee, Hannah, you've seen all the games this season, and this, to me, this has shown that Tigers are really making a statement here today. This is a super impressive effort.
Yeah, they've improved just incredibly throughout the entire season, and something that they've improved on astronomically is their fitness, actually. I think the first few games, even when they had the combination, it was finishing off that 60 minutes. But today, like, you can see it in the defensive end, the attack end, just the way they're supporting each other and helping out when needed. Speaking of Sophie Capillari, what an intercept there from the Saints. Well needed as well.
Yeah, Sal Botter just scoring a goal there before, so maybe a little bit of a turn in momentum is exactly what they need. So Botter might back herself from here, and another one goes in. So 2 in a row. That's the first time this afternoon that the Saints have been able to get back-to-back goals, and they've got the centre pass.
Cooper goes to Botter and to Bros. And a beautiful hold there from Piazza, but she wants to get closer.
Jones again, outstanding in defence there.
Cameron stands out of play.
Oh,
but Botter just doesn't look confident under the post to put it up, but she should be. I mean, that last goal was beautiful.
Yeah, Beck didn't get the memo from Sal then. It was the old look away. It was a Sarah Sanini type move. And now the Tigers may make them pay here because Miani underneath the ring. And 10 seconds later, they pop it in. So the lead out now 20-7. And we're doing the action here for 777 Automotive. That's on the Cavalier home scoreboard. And the Tigers, a chance again here.
And Sky Hillier, the 1-foot shot's becoming a signature of this game. She's having a lot of fun in the post there and puts the Tigers 21 now to 7 on the Cavalier home scoreboard.
Yeah, Botter gets a good pass back to Cooper. And again, look at Sarah Jones. Outstanding in defence there. And the ball's out of court here, so a little chance to take a little bit of a break. Hope you're enjoying all the action on O&M Live Netball. We're doing it all for Macrae Motors. And we've seen plenty of 3D lanes highlights today. And that young lady, Sarah Jones, has been a big part of it. There's a chance here for Piazza, who gets herself free of Jones on this occasion. Can't get it in. Sally Botter will have an opportunity to get her third goal for this quarter, and she does that. So 21-8. Tigers lead the Saints. We've gone 10 minutes almost in this second quarter.
Breaking call there makes it easier for the Tigers as they go over to Andrew, but Capillari's been called out of play. So the Tigers set up in the circle. Miani and Hillier been working beautifully today. And they'll go over to Miani. And a little bounce pass to Hillier.
Yeah.
The connection
Incredible.
is just telepathic almost.
And you mentioned before the game started, talking about Kristen Andrew, her performance of the Tigers in the mid-court today has been outstanding. As we see a good pass come in, chance for Piazza. No, it's not. So Jones will move it quickly to Andrew. And all of a sudden, the Tigers are going forward again. They build on that lead, which is 22-8 at the moment.
They moved quickly, the Tigers. And there you go,
Beautiful.
straight in to Miani, who has been incredibly accurate today. Another one for her. Puts the Tigers 23-8 on the Cavalier home scoreboard with about 9 minutes to play on the Jacob Twitter used cars time clock.
And Miani also sits on another one. So seconds later, another one on the board, 24-8. 3D Lane's highlights of the day. They've been everywhere so far for the Albury Tigers. There's a chance here for Piazza to pull one back for the Saints and is able to do that. So 23-9, that's on the Cavalier home scorecard. The Tigers lead, and we've got around 8.5 minutes to go in second quarter action, as Miani should be able to put another one away, and she doesn't on this occasion. So as dominant as they have been, Miani has missed a few from right under the ring there. She gets that one back. So 25-9. What a performance here by the Albury Tigers. We're not even halfway through this second quarter.
And Cooper finds the space. And a beautiful pass in there to Piazza under the post.
They have looked a little bit, there's been a bit more sink in their attack going forward. I think they've been able to sort of get a little bit more quicker entry, which is the key. Because in that first quarter, the Tigers' defence, there was just no way out. I think they only gave up 4 goals for the whole quarter.
I think they tend to panic a little bit, particularly when they don't need to. And you can see it in the faces of players. You know, we're close enough to see it, and there are options. And, you know, the Tigers aren't unbeatable. We talked up the Saints all pre-game. They've got the team to do it. They did it against North Albury. It's just kind of taking that breath as they're doing now, letting the ball go and just having the confidence in your teammate.
Yeah, that's a great call, Hannah. We just saw that part of that action there. That was probably Myrtleford's first 3D Lane's highlight of the day. And again, they're going to go forward, and good. Heidi Fisher there just got a hand in on it, and that gives them a chance to reset. And the last thing you want is that Tiger defence resetting, Hannah, because they've been pretty stern there.
Particularly someone like Heidi Fisher, who is just an absolute workhorse, and her connection as well with Chris and Andrew. You can see it now. They switch just straight away. But Botta puts another one on the scoreboard for the Saints, brings them to 12. Still trailing to Albury's 25 on the Cavalier home scoreboard.
Yeah, they've probably it's been almost even Stevens this quarter, which is a good sign. As Miani will get an opportunity here to pull that one back, and she does that. 26-12. It's second quarter action here for 777 Automotive, and it is on the Cavalier home scoreboard. It's 26-12. Tigers lead. Chance here though for Sally Botta to get one back here for the Saints, and it rims out. And Sarah Jones with a good pass to mid-court. Gee, their transition's been outstanding. Look at that pass. Teamwork. Bang, bang, bang. Quick play. Hillier. Oh, and good work by Quirk.
Oh, an unfortunate call there. Puts Tina Way out of play. But Amber Quirk is not happy about that. Beautiful intercept there, but not to be. And Hillier sinks another one for the Tigers, just continuing their incredible streak so far.
Yeah, as much as the Saints are able to bring a little bit more pressure in this quarter, and we see that gain, that final pass in, that's just breaking down the play all the time. Miani puts that one away, and they've done that so well. They've been able to do that all day. There's almost, it's the parting of the seas there, Hannah.
And there's the Tigers again. Karina Cameron just comes out for that centre pass, sweeps it up, and the transition from the Tigers is
beautiful
unstoppable.
Play. Yeah, that is just fantastic netball, and gee whiz, this would be as good as you've seen for the season, wouldn't it? Hannah, some of this transition play from mid-court, like we're seeing again here, a great example of Miani, another one. All of a sudden, it's up to 30. And
to me, this is low error netball, Robbie, and it's pretty unbeatable when it seems silly, but when you don't make errors, you can't lose, and they're not stepping, they're not contacting overly. You know, we haven't seen any breakings for them, so they're not making any silly errors that could give the Saints time to climb back. Yeah,
and we just seen another great ball coming in there again. It's just been outstanding. Emily Rodd, she's on wing attack there, has been fantastic, and they've got the centre pass again, and this the way they're moving this ball so quickly. We've seen it again to Miani, the ball comes in. Rod, good intercept there though. That's better from Tina Way.
captain coach there. She wants the team to come back, but Sarah Jones is just in everything. She's all over the Saints shooters.
Putting on a clinic in defence and up against such a good player too in Piazza, so it's no mean effort. Quirk through mid-court. This is where they've been really struggling. This is where the Tigers, they've just been all over them here. Good play there by Piazza, just allowed to bounce a couple of times, get a little bit closer. Jones's defensive work can't stop that goal, so it's a big lead though. It's an 18-goal margin at the moment. 31-13 in favour of the Tigers. 777 automotive action for the second quarter, and we should see Piazza be able to put back-to-back goals away. No, misses. Jones again in defence.
Another miss there. Sarah Jones doing her best effort to get the rebound, but Piazza sinks the shot eventually. So puts the visitors to 14 to the Tigers 31 on the Cavalier home scoreboard in this second quarter for 777 Automotive. That is being dominated by the Tigers.
Yeah, nothing's come easy for the Saints at all here. Hillier just can't quite hang on to that one. And Quirk will bring it back into play. And I suppose automatically they'll be starting to think about what changes can they make at half-time here, the Saints.
Well, you'd think so, Robbie, although I've got to say the bench look pretty comfortable there, don't they? They've got the red blankets out. They're having a smile. I think, look, it's going to be a tough grind for this Saints team today. I think Tina Way will want to play the 7 if she can for the whole game, because realistically, this 7 can do it. And if the performance is going to come from anyone, it needs to come from this 7.
Now, I think one thing the Tigers have shown here today is that they've got themselves into the top 5 after that good win last week. And you know what? I reckon they're there to stay. This is a super impressive performance so far as Piazza pulls one back here for the Saints. 31-15, Cavalier home scoreboard.
And the other contender we kind of thought would be in there for that 5, and still is North Albury. But Albury thumped them last week. It was pretty unexpected. The game started really even, and then Albury just took it away.
You can see why though, can't you? If the Tigers were anything like this last week, because they've been relentless today.
Hillier goes over to Andrew, feeds into Hillier again, the double play, and she steps in, takes the shot and sinks it, puts Albury to 32 on the Cavalier home scoreboard. The Saints still at 16.
And Hannah, you get the feeling that Sky Hillier is really starting to find her. She's been such a great player for a long period of time, and she is back into that, the form that sees her at her best. And when she's at her best, she is one of the best players in this competition, and that's a massive thing for the Albury Tigers to have a player of her ability to be able to do that.
Yeah, completely, Robbie. I think she really built into this season. Started off a bit slower, coming back from Bub, I believe. But the last, few 4 or 5 rounds, she's just been on song, and the way that she's kind of meshed this team as well. Putting Emily Rodd to goal attackers, to wing attack, has frankly been genius. She's such a playmaker in that wing position. Yeah,
and we just saw Hillier there, and that great pass into Miani, who put it away. And I'll tell you how well Sky Hillier's going. She even let Gus and I in through the gate today. The timing has been outstanding. As we see there, Hillier back to Miani, another goal. So 34-16. We've got just over a minute to go in the second quarter, which we're doing for 777 Automotive.
Bros goes to Botta, back to Bros. Piazza holding too high on the circle, so she'll need to move around. And Cooper goes to Botta, the long range and she sinks it.
Geez, I'd hate to play on Sarah Jones.
That
is one fierce defender, so it is. And I think, Piazza's starting to almost feel a little bit of frustration. A good intercept by Amber Quirk there, excellent. And Cooper through mid-court, and this is why they need to get it moving quick. Piazza's done well. Get over there. Great call there too. They said get back in under that ring, and that's exactly what Piazza's done. So good play. A 3D lanes highlight of the day there for the Saints, but they still trail 34-18 with 30 seconds to go.
So Piazza's out of the circle, a little fumble just straight into the hands of Sarah Jones, who's just everywhere today. And already they're in the circle. Hands of Miani, A miss there.
Yeah.
But Quirk's out of play, so she'll get a second bite of the Terry, and she takes it, puts the Tigers to 35 on the Cavalier home scoreboard with about 5 seconds to play on the Jacob Toyota used cars.
You wouldn't discount them here, would you? A late goal, perhaps, as Miani shoots and misses again from underneath there. So She gets the replay though, no problem there. So the score will be doubled at half time, 36-18. The Albury Tigers lead it at half time.
This is O&M Live, and we'll be back after the half-time break for the second half to see if the Saints can pull something and reclaim this game against the Tigers. This is O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton 0.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
From entertainment to news and subscriptions in between. Manage select subscriptions in one place with Optus SubHub. Streamline your paid subscriptions and save up to 10%. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care. I love it.
GoTafe is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTafe is the place for you.
GoTafe is leading,
inspiring,
hands-on,
flexible, fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Polton. So join us, Kylie and Kev for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE.
Welcome back to O&M Live Netball for McRae Motors. We are here at the Albury Sports Ground where the Albury Tigers are dominating the Myrtleford Saints. My name is Hannah Davies and I'm joined with Robbie McKinley. Robbie, what a game so far.
Yeah, Hannah, well, if you're an Albury Tigers supporter, you'd be pretty happy with what we've seen so far. And what we have seen is this game of just manic pressure that they've been able to bring. That was a much improved quarter by the Saints there. They scored, I think, 13 or 14 themselves that quarter, which is good. But the damage was done early in that first quarter. Sarah Jones in defence has been absolutely outstanding. You can't pick a player who hasn't contributed really well. So, but I think the Saints, they will get a lot out of that. Whether they make a change or not, I'm not sure. I think the key thing is, you made a good comment during that second quarter, is that they just need to relax, back themselves, get the ball quicker, move to the right spots, and just see how it unfolds. And they did do that a lot better in that quarter, but the Tigers have been relentless. And up forward, Sky Hillier has just worked her way into the game really well. Alison Miani's in there just doing her stuff. So, yeah, it'll take a massive turnaround here for the Saints. But I think they just got to go out there. just looking at them now, it looks like there's a bit more smile on their faces, a bit more relaxed. Hope this can transition into a better form.
Yeah, the Tigers just looking incredibly calm. Why wouldn't you with that scoreboard? And here's Ellie Cooper for the Myrtleford Saints to start off the second half of Martin's Travel Group Albury.
Indeed, they are. And Hannah, what would be nice if the Saints could just get a couple early goals here and just change a little bit of momentum.
Already, though, the Tigers have gotten a turnover, and it's in the hands of Hillier. She turns to Andrew, and the ball finds its way into the hands of Tina Way. So the Saints, it was their centre pass. They've got the ball again. If they're any chance of this second half, they need to start making these turnovers count.
Yeah, and the Tigers' defence has started well again, so just no easy access inside that circle. Cooper has to go wide again. Bros, and what's happened here? Is there going to be a chance here for Sal Botter? Will have a shot. So to get the first goal of the second half, and that's a good start. That's just what they needed. So 36-19. It's Martin's Travel we're doing this third quarter for, and it's also on the Martin's Travel scoreboard. So our good friends at Martin's, they're doing it all this quarter for us on O&M Live. Hope you're enjoying it.
Karina Cameron in goal defence for the Tigers just helps out the attacking side. Noise from Myrtleford's definitely picked up in this second half. Tina Way has a crack, but it allows Sky Hillier just to stand all alone under the circle. A missed goal though, and Amber Quirk tries to keep it in. Sort of almost does. So it'll be a throw in for the Tigers here. Sky Hillier,
yeah.
She's picked up by the mic. She's having a breather.
Having a bit of a breather, taking a bit of time out of the game. So she's been very busy. Sky playing a great game.
She goes to Andrew. An offside though, another little pass and beautiful screen. Hillier just taking out the defenders and allowing Miani all the backspace, but she can't finish it off.
Yeah, it's probably been the only little thing at Tigers. Miani probably hasn't been at her best percentage shooting, but getting plenty of opportunities, and that always transitions well on the scoreboard as they do pick up one there through Sky Hillier. So 37-19, a goal apiece to start the second half on Martin's Travel Albury scoreboard.
And Capillari takes the ball, goes to Botter, but the pressure of Jones just slowing down the flow for the Saints in their attacking third. And she goes into Botter, who slots another one for the Saints, so brings them up to 19 to Albury's 37, so a 17-goal deficit. Robbie, it's going to have to be a really hard second half for the Saints to bring something back.
Yeah, I think they've just got to try to, win this quarter for a start. I think Hannah would be, and then take it from there. But Sky Hillier has a bit to say about that. She nets her second goal for the quarter. So 2 goals apiece, 38-20, Tigers lead.
So Cooper, top of the circle into Piazza, a beautiful feed there from the Saints. And Piazza slots that one in.
And you're right, those Myrtleford bench players look pretty warm under that red blanket. No move on the bench.
They do. One of them's actually leaving, so I don't think...
You can't have me.
I don't think that... I think Tina Way is... I'm going to rephrase this. I think she's made the really good choice to keep the starting 7 on for the consistency and, regardless of the result, to get the play into them.
Someone's off on a lunch date, so that leaves the bench to 2.
They might need you, Robbie.
Oh, no, not for me. I'm happy up here watching it. I'm enjoying the action here. Miani's got a get-out pass there. Gives up a lot of ground, but they do it well. Andrew, a look-away pass to Hillier. Floats one to Miani, and Miani just a nice little step forward and has missed, but will get another opportunity. And this time, Alison Miani puts it away. So they've registered 40. It's 40-21, and we've only gone... And we've got 11 minutes to go in the third quarter action, which is for Martin's Travel Group.
Incredible volume from the Tigers so far. Sky Hillier nearly turns and shoots in what would be that 2-point super shot zone, if you're familiar with super netball
like
rules.
That. Yeah, I love
Big
it.
fan.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic.
It is. I really wish we did it in this league, but of course, you never say that when you're the losing side. Then you wish that you're not doing that rule. So Bros goes to Piazza. This is how they started the game, with Piazza moving a lot more, and then she went into more of the holding role, which Sarah Jones seemed to dominate in. So perhaps the movement again is what Tina Way's asked for to kind of get away from the body of Jones.
I think that's a really good pick-up, Hannah. That's exactly what they're trying to do here at the moment. There we see another intercept. Heidi Fisher, mid-court, gets good pass to Hillier. Rod, and there's Miani all on her own and misses again from under there. So just Miani just got a little bit of work to do in that part of her game. I'm sure she's got another chance here, and this time she'll say, that's better.
But the rebounding, Robbie.
Yeah.
You've got to say the
brilliant.
Rebounding is what matters, and she is getting them.
Yeah, exactly right. Now, if you've just joined us here and you're missing the voice of Ree Jolahanty and you've got to put up with me, well, Ree's in Bali, the poor bugger. So, yeah, filling in here, loving a day out here with Hannah Davies. And we're loving the work of the Albury Tigers at the moment because they have been absolutely outstanding. They lead 42-21, a chance to extend that, and Hillier puts it away. So 43-21, 9 minutes to go in the third quarter for Martin's Travel, and it's on the Martin's Travel Group Albury scoreboard.
Bros goes to Piazza, out to Cooper. Andrew gives Cooper a little bit of a hug on the circle there.
Touch.
And Piazza finishes off the goal for the Saints, brings them to 22 to Albury Tigers 43 on the Martin's Travel Group Albury scoreboard.
Yeah, Andrew's good look away pass to Hillier to Miani. Back to Andrew, this time well read there by Cooper, but it came off her shin.
That's disappointing, a stepping call there.
A stepping call.
So Rod goes to Andrew. And an interesting pass, the 2-on-1 against Miana. Tina.
Oh, I love the look on Tina Wade's face. That was just gold. Not me.
And there's Miani, sinks another one for the Tigers, who are labelling themselves as absolute finals contenders, Robbie.
Yeah, well, another contender was Myrtleford before this game, but they've doubled their score. It's 44-22. So they really are. They're sending a message, a strong message to the competition. Sally Botter nets one from long range.
Cameron works with Rod. Miani's out of the circle. Good contest there from Cooper, but the hands of Andrew just too strong. And Hillier goes from the mid-range.
She'd make a bad bank robber, Sally Botter, because she has that guilty look when she infringes, doesn't she? It's a dead giveaway. I wouldn't mind playing poker against her. I reckon you'd be able to, she'd be hard to not sort of show her hand, I reckon.
I have to say, it's definitely a tactic in netball. Sometimes if you, obviously the lower ranks, umpires in this league, they'll pick it up. But you know, if you're playing social, you just go with some real confidence.
Fair enough,
You know.
Give it a try.
Not our umpires here, though. They are all over it.
No, they don't miss much. There's Hillier. Gosh, it's been a good game. Short to Rod, back to Hillier, back to Rod, back to Hillier, back. Gee, look at that. A little bit of a time for a bit of a chat amongst themselves. And Hillier misses, but Miani, you commented about how well she's rebounded, Hannah. She's done exactly that and has put another one down. So the score's still doubled, 46-23. And this is for Martin's Travel Group Albury. And a little bit of hot to handle that one. Rod couldn't quite handle that one. There's a chance for the Saints to go forward with a bit of pace, but again, that stumbling block called Sarah Jones.
The ball goes over, hands of Piazza. And a mid-range shot for her. She misses, but she's another incredible rebounder under the post, as is Miani for the Tigers. So the Saints get that goal, and it's back in the hands of Cooper.
Yeah, Cooper is lifted in this quarter. Piazza a chance, won't go from long range, goes outside the ring, and I think it'll come back in now. So Sally Botter will have it. So he's going to give it off to Piazza. That's generally how I thought it worked. Piazza misses an opportunity, but does rebound well, beats Jones on this occasion, and they get back-to-back golds for the Saints, 46-25. And on the Jacob Toyota used cars time clock, we've got just under 6 minutes to go. Hannah?
The ball stumbles out of court there. Umpire calls a throw-in for the Tigers, though. So Emily Rod in wing attack takes it just on the corner of the court.
Breeze has picked up a bit, Hannah.
It has. It may explain some of the missed balls.
I hope Gus has pinned the tent down, marquee down. I think it'll be okay.
Hillier takes another goal. Misses, though. The ball falls out. So Amber Quirk for the Saints takes the throw-in, goes to Cooper, who's urging her team to move forward.
Yeah, I think that's right, Hannah. That's where that area they've broken down. It just hasn't been just quick passing, has it? There's 1-2 passes. It's that third or fourth pass where they've just had the breakdown. Whereas the Tigers have done it so well like that.
Because the Tigers are in such fine form, I think that the Saints are almost constantly in that defensive mode. So when they are switching over to transition out of the defensive third, they're kind of already a few metres behind because they're so tight to their players. So that transition is just taking that extra second.
See, I would have never thought of that. That's why I'm just a fill-in here today. Oh, that's a long-range shot from Sally Botter. That's a 3D lanes highlight of the day. 47-26, so they've been able to pull it back a couple of goals in the last few minutes.
Miani does a full 360 there on the one leg, just moves it back with Andrew. And Hillier just perfectly on the side. Hillier and Miani just working in perfect support of each other. You can tell how comfortable they both feel to either pass or shoot under that post. Miani with the incredible rebounding skills, and Hillier just always has that second option in case Allison doesn't want to shoot.
Very free-flowing game too, very high scoring at the moment. As Botter misses an opportunity there, but we'll get a chance again. So it's been, 12-8 this quarter. So that's better for the Saints. So they'll be able to, that should now become 12-9 as Piazza puts one away. So the overall score, 48-27. On the Jacob Toyota time clock, we have about 3.5 minutes left in this third quarter for Martin's Travel Group.
Rod just uses Fisher back in that attacking third. And Andrew goes to Hillier.
Better signs in defence there for the Saints already. Sandwich, yeah, look, they'll give away their opportunity will come the way of Hillier now, but certainly probably a little bit more physicality and a lot more pressure.
Certainly getting a lot of hands to the ball, but probably just that second late, which is getting them out of contact. A little bit different because a few weeks ago, you know, we saw Tina Wade doing the exact same thing, but she was that perfect timing and was picking up the ball. So I think it's a credit to the speed of Hillier in particular in that goal attack position.
Piazza has to go outside the ring to fetch one. Backfire to Cooper, but the Tigers are going to get, what was that one there for?
Would have been
Hannah?
a contact on Ellie Cooper.
Fisher, the look away pass. Hillier's come up the ground. There's Rod. She's been busy today. Beautiful pass into Miani right underneath the ring, and that's their 50th goal for the afternoon. And we've still got 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter. They lead 50-27 for Martin's Travel.
Looking like a massive second quarter from the Tigers, and that's the confidence just straight into Miani off that centre pass. And they've got the contact against Amber Quirk, so Hillier again into Miani, the perfect pass, and she finishes it off. So the Tigers now 51 to the Saints 27 on the Martin's Travel Group Albury scoreboard with just 2 minutes to go on the Jacob Toyota used cars time clock.
Look, Hannah, they've become now a team. You're going to be playing against the Albury Tigers now to finish this season off. You know you're in for a really red-hot game. And you know, you look ahead to some of the games coming up when they get a chance. They probably blew a chance to beat Lavington early in the year. They'll be playing each other in about 3 or 4 weeks' time. There's some pretty exciting games coming up for these Tigers. I like what we're seeing here. They for me, are definitely, they got into the finals eventually. It took them nearly all year. They got there last week when they beat North Albury, and every indication is they're here to stay.
Well, we spoke about the next 5 games earlier, and that is the Magpies. We've just had Ellie Cooper go down on the floor, Big clash there with Sarah Jones. The girl's just getting around her, but she's a tough cookie. She's back up. Looks like she hit in the face, Robbie.
Yeah, she's had a bit of a smile to Tina Way, so I hope she's okay. They might just pay to check that one out. Bit of blood coming out of the lip, I think. You just always worry there's with a tooth or something, you know. So, but as you said, she's Ellie Cooper, real tough competitor, and she's staying on out there.
It would have to take a lot to get Ellie Cooper off the court for the Saints.
She's on a cold day today. One little clip like that would do me, I reckon.
As Hillier sinks another. But back to the Tigers' next 5 games.
Yes.
You know, the Magpies, Raiders, Lavington, who they only lost by 1 a few weeks ago, and that was a shock.
Yeah.
Now it's not a shock anymore. They've backed up that performance and shown that it wasn't a fluke, and also it shows that it wasn't Lavington's lack of performance. It was actually the Tigers really bringing it to them.
You know, I think the thing they'll be really confident about now is they seem to have got their forward set up working so much better. The Tigers, their defence that day was fantastic, but yeah, there's a lot of areas of their game that have improved so much as Saints get one back. 52-29, we've almost got time here in the third quarter. And we do have time.
Yes, there it is, siren for three-quarter time, and the Albury Tigers leading the Myrtleford Saints 52-29 on the Martins Travel Group Albury. This has been the third quarter for Martins Travel Group Albury, who are doing it for us today. It's O&M Live Netball, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan Intelligent Mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
From entertainment to news and subscriptions in between. Manage select subscriptions in one place with Optus SubHub. Streamline your paid subscriptions and save up to 10%. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care. I love it.
GoTafe is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTafe is the place for you.
GoTafe is leading,
Inspiring.
hands-on.
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan Intelligent Mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Polton. So join us, Kylie and Kev, for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE.
Yeah, so that was half time. That was free.
Welcome back to O&M Live Netball from McRae Motors. We are just about to witness the fourth quarter between the Albury Tigers and the Myrtleford Saints at the Albury Sports Ground. The score has blown out by quite a lot, 52-29 to the Tigers.
Yeah, they've been impressive. Look, the halftime score was 36-18, so for that quarter it was 16-11, which is a little bit better by the Saints. But yeah, we'll just see how let's see if the Saints can try to win this quarter. That's the challenge for them. Hannah?
And Ellie Cooper is still on court, not looking bothered at all by the knock in the face she had prior. But Karina Cameron and then Sophie Capillari just bring out all the stops for this last quarter.
And there's a few bodies going down here. Things are getting a bit willing inside that ring there. It's Beck Piazza has a chance to get the first goal of the quarter, and she misses. Sarah Jones outstanding in defence wins that ball, and Heidi Fisher receives it, and they have been outstanding. Those two there, they've combined really well. Fisher's back in the play again. Hillier, her form has been great too, and they've just transitioned the ball so well, Hannah.
Yeah, a lot of contenders for our Urban Greys Player of the Day. Hillier, absolutely one of them. Just an incredibly consistent performance from her. She's actually switched out to wing attack now, and Emily Rod is in goal attack. So perhaps just letting Emily have a bit of a run in the circle. We know that she can play goal attack. Just Sky Hillier switching things up for the last quarter.
I like it. So as Hillier comes out, and I think it shows just an indication of where Sky Hillier is with her fitness and form at the moment. There's a little bit of a misread there. So we didn't see that earlier on in the game, but with Rod coming in there to GA.
Bit of a new connection.
Yeah.
So the Saints, another opportunity. Piazza's way out, and now the task to get back in. But once you leave that circle, it is incredibly hard to get back in with Sarah Jones on your tail, but she's done it.
She did.
And she finishes off the goal. So Saints now up to 30, trailing by 23 on the X-Ray Group scoreboard, as Karina Cameron does a complete army roll on the court there. And Bros goes to Botter. We can't keep the ball in hand, so she'll go to Cooper. And a miss from Piazza, but a great rebound from her. She just had the hands up strong, pulled in that ball just before Jones.
So good start for this quarter. We've thought that what can you get out of the game? Okay, we'll try to win the last quarter, and they've made a good start in doing that. So far have the Saints. 2 goals to 1 this quarter, they lead it.
Miani, another great performer today. She gets the Steffing call there, so I probably shouldn't have said that right then, but she's been great today, just really consistent. And even though her shooting accuracy hasn't been completely on song, her rebounding ability is what makes her so unstoppable.
That's for sure. So Sarah Jones, as you said, is a big contender for the Urban Greys Player of the Day. And in mid-court there, Kristen Andrews been good too. Hillier's been outstanding. Here's Dodd, chance for her. No, she offloads to Miani, and Miani puts it away for the Tigers. So 54-31, that's on the X-Ray Group scoreboard. And we're doing this quarter action for the Insight Injury Clinic. It's a real medical sort of feel about this final quarter, so don't want any injuries.
No, I was going to say, hopefully we don't require any injuries or x-rays, but they are there if you need.
Well,
as
we're not
we say
far
in
away
netball.
either, as we can see it just over in the distance there. Inside clinic. Here's Piazza, and Piazza sinks it. So 54-32, margin is, 54-33. 32, they've adjusted that score. So 22 goal difference, which is one less than it was at three-quarter time. So the Saints are doing well in the final quarter.
So it just shows how important that first quarter and really first 5 minutes are in netball. You see it at all levels, Robbie, that the first 5 minutes, if you get down by too much, it's almost impossible to climb up from that.
Yeah. See Miani once again misses, but does get the second opportunity there and puts it away. 55-32, that's on the X-Ray Group scoreboard.
Bros fires down to Piazza, who goes again to Cooper. Quick hands there from each Saints player just then. And a beautiful finish there from Botter, who's just been unstoppable at her distance shots today.
Yeah, been really good, hasn't it, Sally Botter? It's a real strength for her game, and possibly maybe, attempt that a little bit more. Trying to get that, especially with the way Sarah Jones has defended, just that ball into Piazza hasn't been as smooth or as easy today. So Sally Botter, of course, she played a big part in that comeback victory against North Albury a couple of weeks ago. Some of those late goals from similar range.
So the Tigers girls doing their best to shut down Bros, but she comes away with the ball straight into Piazza, who turns, shoots and scores for the Saints, puts them to 34 to Albury's 56 on the X-Ray Group scoreboard.
Yeah, they'll get a lot out of this game. Look, they're not going to win it, the Saints, but I'm not sure who they got next week, but whoever they come up next week will put themselves in this position where they'd be very unlikely they're going to cop as much pressure they've had today. And as Miani sinks another one, 57-34.
Well, Robbie, I can tell you who they come up against. It is the Wang Rovers, who've only yet to have one win, and that was against Wodonga. So the Rovers is certainly a game that Myrtleford could win.
Yeah, definitely. I think, as I said, that sometimes in a defeat like this, might have been out of court. It was. Next week they should benefit from it. I'll do a little bit of reflection. I think just need to be just quicker with the hands. Good pass there by Fisher. Dodd goes wide, looks for Hillier, and a nice little intercept there by, I think it was Capillari.
Got the hands to it, but unfortunately the ball trails out, so the Tigers take the throw in. And there goes Rod.
Yeah, Rod gets the first, I think, is it, for the day?
So the Tigers can just take comfort in knowing that, well, apart from that pass, they can switch Emily Rod and Sky Hillier up a little bit.
And they'll get a chance to reflect on what's the best combination. Gee, it was hard to beat what we saw in the first 3 quarters, but they've got themselves in a position where they can try a few of those things. That's better. Cooper did really well to Piazza. Back to Cooper, and coming through there was Cameron, I think, who tapped the ball out and cleaned up Piazza on the way.
Got to be a late contact there from Cameron. A good crack at the ball, but just too late. And again there, Sarah Jones just trying to take the ball straight out of Piazza's hands. At least she's got the smile on her face.
She won't die wondering, will she, Sarah Jones?
She certainly won't. And look, she's had an incredible game today.
Yeah.
She's shut down one of the best shooters in the league, which is Piazza. And we've seen so much brilliance in different games from her. Her ability to hold, and Jones has just completely shut that down. Yep. She's made her move, and she's also put more pressure on Botter.
Piazza just breaks free of Jones there, misses with the shot, and Cameron with a good look away pass to Heidi Fisher, to Andrew, and back to Cameron, on to Hillier, into Miani, back to Hillier. They do a bit of a 1-2, 1-2-3, and Rod will have a chance. No, she was off balance, had to get rid of it. Miani steps in and will put, no, misses. So good defensive work. Tina Way, fantastic work from the Saints coach. That's better, Hannah, from the Saints. Pressure.
Botter just goes over to Cooper.
Oh, cops another clipper in the ears. Been a bit of a tough day at the office.
She may need to see the Inside Injury Clinic after this one, Ellie Cooper. Of course, Inside Injury Clinic bringing us the 4th quarter action today. Hand in the ball of Cooper
another one
again.
down.
Hands are flying from the players. They're not happy with this physicality, and probably no need as well, Robbie, given the scoreboard.
Yeah, I think Karina Cameron there hit the deck and said, what about me? Anyway, the ball's down the other end now, and the Tigers through Rod. Have a look go from long range, and she does that. So she looks a very accomplished shooter there, Hannah. So it's nice to know they've got that option up their sleeve.
She is a really good third shooter for the Tigers, particularly for that long range. Hillier and Miani probably more comfortable, closer, but Rod's just happy to go for that distance, which brings just a lot of versatility to this Tigers side. And of course, they do have Mellington on the bench.
Yeah.
Be really interesting to know. Obviously, the female Albury Wodonga Bandits will make finals. So she'll have 2 very long seasons this year.
Well, they're going to go very deep, I think, because Lauren Jackson, of course, is playing there, and she's just...
Is she playing tonight? Do we know?
I'm not sure about that. Of course, she's been put into the Australian squad, so it's just incredible. It's so good for local sport here, and yeah, the women Bandits are flying along at the moment.
They are, and I think the men are still within a chance of finals as well. So
they're playing second fiddle, I can assure you. The stories of the crowd leaving after the women have played, and then going, and the men are saying, "Hey, we've got to play yet," but that's the attraction and the lure of Lauren Jackson. They've got some good recruits there, so yeah, it's exciting stuff. But yeah, obviously Sarah Mellington's heavily involved in that, and she'll just have to work out. Hopefully the draw works out either way for her.
You've got to think, Robbie, surely there's been some calls to Lauren Jackson in the past, year that it's been since she's returned to sport, to try and get her on the court from netball or footy. Any of the local women's sports we've got here would be stoked to have her. And surely after the World Cup, we're not sure what she'll do with her career, but I tell you, there's a place on any netball court down here for her.
Yeah, she seems to be really enjoying the current role at the moment, getting back into local community sport and having impact as Rod nails another one, 63-37, so it's a 26-point margin. That's on the X-Ray Group scoreboard. We're doing it the Inside Injury Clinic this final quarter. And we've got about 4.5 minutes to go on the Jacob Toyota used cars time clock.
So Cooper goes to Botta and a little pass over to Piazza, but Karina Cameron just out of play again. One element of her game that she could fix up is just staying in play and still having a crack at everything.
Just Sal Botta again there, nailing another longer range shot. So 62 to 38. It's that time you have to start thinking about your Urban Greys player of the day, Hannah.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard today. I think any of the Tigers players in particular would have to be ready for that award, particularly, you know, a Sky Hillier, Sarah Jones, and also someone that's kind of gone under the radar today, but Heidi Fisher is just an absolute workhorse, and her ability to shut out Sage Bros and shut out that feeding has just been spectacular today.
Well, I do see Heidi down the gym a little bit, so I'll just make it clear that if Heidi's not happy if she doesn't get the award, that it's Hannah, I leave you to make these decisions.
Oh dear, don't tell me.
Well, Jonesy, I see Jonesy down there a bit too, so yeah, but look at that. It's another great pass there by Fisher onto Hillier to Miani and out to Andrew just outside the ring. A little floater. Hillier's there. Pass in is good defensive work there. Tina Way combining magnificently there with Quirk. And the Saints just showing a bit of late dash here. Beautiful pass into Beck Piazza, and she nails it. That is a 3D Lanes highlight of the day. Great defence, great transition, and a good goal to finish.
Look, that's the play that we would have wanted to see in that first 5 minutes in that first quarter. And
you might have an ankle injury.
Yeah, Emily Rodd in goal attack for the Tigers, just gone down just after that centre pass, holding the ankle. They've got the trainer over as well.
So do they have time out here? Do they stop the clock on this, or does it time run?
Look,
Hannah?
they should. I'm not an expert on the timeouts here. Sometimes, you know, if there's 2 minutes to go on a score like this, depending on the level of injury, you know, if they can get her off, they will. But if not, looks
I think they might allow 30 seconds, I believe, for an injury like this. So we've probably hit that already now. And it's, only with, well, we had about 2.5 minutes left on the clock. Yeah, and that's rotten bad luck there.
Disappointing for Rod. She's had such a cracking game as well.
It is, yeah, and just that she played in goal, and yeah, it just looked like a classic ligament roll of the ankle, the ligaments, and teammates are carrying her off now to the side court, so I'm sure she'll ice up.
So Sally Capay in centre has just come onto the court. We've seen a fair bit of her for the Tigers this season. And so Chris and Andrew just into wing attack, and Sky Hillier back into goal attack. So a bit of a shift for the Tigers, but they shouldn't miss a beat with Sally Capay on in centre.
Yeah, just bad luck there for Emily Rodd. She's gone off, had a fantastic game. And the Saints will try to get a couple of late goals here. Piazza has an opportunity and can't get one there. Cameron was good in defence. Here's Capay coming straight into the play. Quick movement of the ball to Hillier, to Miani, right underneath the ring. And the Tigers get their 64th goal of the afternoon. 64 to 39 on the X-Ray Group scorecard board.
And Bros from the Saints goes to Cooper. And straight into Piazza, who tries to keep the ball in, but just hits.
Or was it a shot?
Well, I think she would have been happy with either of you.
That would have been a 3D Lanes highlight of the day.
Unfortunately not to be, and Hillier just straight into Miani. The transition from the Tigers just happens within seconds. But can't finish it off, so the Saints have another crack at the ball with less than a minute to go on the Jacob Toyota used cars time clock. Piazza not ready to turn and shoot yet.
Whoa, some traffic going through the inside of that circle there. And Sally Botta, who's been really good from this range. Jones got a hand in, but Botta will have the opportunity to shoot, and they won't keep it in. So Jones will bring it back into play to Cameron.
And Piazza, 3D Lanes highlight of the day. In the dying seconds of the game, the goal shooter intercept. And here she is to make that intercept count. Sarah Jones out of play. She passes off to Botta under the post. The Tigers girls making it very hard for the Saints to get this final goal with seconds left, and she can. So Sally Capay for the Tigers takes possibly the last centre pass of the game. Biani goes to Hillier.
So normal time up, so there's a little bit of injury time we're taking into consideration here. After that injury to Emily Rod, who's rolled an ankle, who's come off. And it'll be the Saints. Can they get a late one here? Oh, Piazza just misses. And it'll be Sarah Jones. They'll go transition this one pretty quick. They know there's not much time left on the clock.
Possibly too quick, but Tina Way's out of play, so it gives the Tigers the chance to notch goal 65 if they can. Andrew goes over to Hillier. Tina Way doing her absolute best to keep any ball in possession. It's a final shot from Sky Hillier on the siren.
And nailed it.
And there she goes. Oh, what a performance there from Sky Hillier today and the Tigers ladies. They'll finish off the game 64-40 on their home ground at the Albury Sports Ground. And boy, are the Albury Tigers finals contenders.
Yes, they are indeed, Hannah. So there's a comprehensive display there, 64-40. Hannah's just leaving us. She's going to make her way down there and she'll pick out our Urban Greys player of the day. And we just saw that final shot there from Sky Hillier. And it might be the one that just got Sky Hillier over the line, because I think Hannah's moving over there and she's going to go and grab her. So 65-40 final score. In the end, you would have to say that the Saints would probably be a little bit disappointed. They went into this game with a lot of high hopes, and unfortunately, the Tigers were just too good today. They were outstanding. They did not miss a beat, and they come away for 25 gold victory, and they'll keep their spot inside the top 5. I think they are there to stay. I can't see them going anywhere. As we have Sky Hillier is coming over here. We're going to put the headset on. She's only just finished throwing goals. And Sky, congratulations, Urban Greys Player of the Day. Tigers, I haven't seen you guys since the game up at Lavington. That was a brilliant performance today.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked with that. I think we won each quarter, which is what we really
Yep.
set out for. Probably started setting us up probably from that Lovey game, actually. We've got 7 consistent players now that we've had, and another game of straight 7 today, which is pleasing.
Yeah, and just yourself on your own, like a fantastic personal game today. But you've just sort of, this season, sort of just gradually working your way into it. And what we saw today, that's the Sky Hillier of old. That was a brilliant game by you today.
Oh, thanks, Robbie. Just got to get some fitness back in.
I reckon your fitness...
It's a bit different missing a pre-season, but yeah, it's really nice. And it's nice to have Ella to the post. I guess the defence mix up double teaming her, which allows me to pop in and shoot. If not, I can be a feeder. Yeah, just got to recognise that on court and change it as the game goes.
And just one more question for me, Scott. You must be happy to have Sarah Jones on your side, because if I was trying to shoot a goal, if I had her defending me, that's a long day at the office.
Yeah. Poor defence. Poor attackers on the other end. She was, brilliant today again. She's actually come in. She wasn't going to play the year, so I'm so glad I made that phone call. And unfortunately, Shell Hill's out for the year now. So, it's really nice to have Sarah Jones back there.
And Sky, of course, this win really cements you guys as finals contenders, and that's surely got to be in the back of the mind now. How have you felt about the last few games, perhaps compared to the start of the season? You know, you've really found your rhythm now.
Yeah, we always knew that the start of the season was going to be tough. I think we had, of my 10 A graders, 4 or 5 for probably first 6 rounds, so, and I think you could tell. But it was nice to get some 17s on the court, some B and C graders as well. We're trying to bring girls up through. We're not going to be around forever, so it was a great experience for them. But we knew if all went to plan and we were back on the court, this back half was going to be ours, and we were wanting that 5th spot, so today really helps.
Well, you get a great opportunity coming. Wangaratta coming up.
Yeah.
I think it's in next week.
Yeah,
the Wang game.
Yeah.
So that's really good. Like at the moment, you're 5th. They're 4th. It could potentially be an elimination final game. The timing's about perfect for you to take on that side, that next level.
Yeah, absolutely. We thought our run home actually in the back half of the year set us up pretty well with a couple of good close games that we're fighting for 5th, and then give Wang a crack, and a couple of weeks later I think we'll take on Yarra and Lavi as well. So yeah, it's worked out well for us.
You do, but look, if there's any time to build for it, it's been now, and you certainly have been. Well, Sky Hillier, thank you so much for the chat. That is our Urban Greys player of the day, and what a great game she had. Not to mention the last shot on the siren.
Yeah,
Can't let you go without
that got you over the line.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Good work.
Guy. Oh, well, Robbie, what a game we just saw. And, yeah, like I said, that last goal was just kind of cemented the whole game for the Tigers, just the confidence and the precision in their game.
Yeah, they were super impressive today. I think you probably have to say that's their best performance of the year. If they continue to play like that, they'll win finals games. And I think they can really put it to anyone. Looking forward to that game when they take on Wangaratta next week. That will be a really good test to see where they really are at.
And I think they can do it as well. You know, they've got the Pigeons later and then Lavington, who we know they only lost by 1 last time. So it's certainly within their range. I'm just praying that nothing too serious has happened to Emily Rodd. We did see her go down in the dying seconds of that game. Hoping that's not too serious.
Yeah, I think it's a ligament, classic roll of the ankle. So hopefully, generally, it's maybe around about the 2 weeks. So that's from Dr. Robbie.
Right.
Yeah.
That is Robbie's diagnosis. We'll see. We should have a tipping for that as well.
I hope it's under, actually. So, but yeah, she played a great game too. But yeah, Tigers, super impressive today.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thanks, Robbie. It's been great to have you at the netball for a change.
Oh, it's good fun. I'm just going to skip over and call a bit of footy now, so it should be good fun. Complete a good day.
Alrighty, well, this has been O&M Live Netball from McRae Motors. We'll see you back here next week. This is O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton 0.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan Intelligent Mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
From entertainment to news and subscriptions in between. Manage select subscriptions in one place with Optus SubHub. Streamline your paid subscriptions and save up to 10%. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care. I love it.
GoTafe is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTafe is the place for you.
GoTafe is leading,
Inspiring.
hands-on,
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan Intelligent Mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Poulton. So join us, Kylie and Kev for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE.